very good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, our ex-team members and distinguished guests. Before we even proceed further, I would like to introduce my name is Hartini Osman. I'm just one of the alumni from AMP 190. And I would like to invite everyone to take a brief moment of reflection and prayer as we gather in the spirit of Harvard camaraderie and leadership. Let us also remember with deep respect our past president, the late Tan Sri Adam Kadir, a man of wisdom, vision, and unwavering dedication, who contributed immensely to Harvard Business School alumni community in Malaysia. Let us take a moment to recite Al-Fatiha, and for our non-Muslim friends to observe this moment in your own way, to offer your personal prayers. Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah, this evening, we are honored to have with us Yang Berbahagia Dato Seri Zaini Ujang, our President. Please give him a big clap. Our Dato Salim, Vice President, probably is on the way. Our esteemed trustees, our distinguished guests, our alumni and fellow friends, and of course all respected guests of HBS alumni. On behalf of the Harvard Business School Alumni Club of Malaysia, it is our pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this special evening at World Trade Center, Kuala Lumpur. Please give a round of applause to Dato Emu Hizam. Tonight is true exceptional as we are not only gathering in person, but also joining a global live telecast from Akademi Jawi, Malaysia, connecting all Harvard Business School alumni communities around the world for our global networking night. From Boston to Kuala Lumpur, from London to Singapore, from Dubai to Johannesburg, HBS alumni are meeting simultaneously this very evening, celebrating friendship, leadership, and the spirit of Harvard that continues to unite us across time zone and generation. It is a powerful and beautiful reminder that no matter where we are in the world, we remain part of dynamic, powerful, purpose-driven network by the shared values, lifelong friendship, a commitment to making meaningful impact, and a call to make a difference. So let us, this evening, let's reconnect, share our story, exchange ideas, and reignite that Harvard spark that inspires all to keep leading with heart, vision, and purpose. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, dinner will now be served. Silakan kita makan dulu. Dan selepas ni, kita akan mendengar sajian halwa telinga from our dear President, Dato Seri Zaini. Let also celebrate what makes this evening so special, the power of connection that make Harvard truly unique, a family of leaders whose impact reaches every corner of the globe. We invite everyone to relax, enjoy the conversation, and make the most of this networking night where ideas meet inspiration. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Silakan. intellect, and impact. Recently, he completed an inspiring 100-day journey of lectures, a remarkable personal and professional endeavor that reflects his lifelong commitment to education, sustainability, and of course, nation building. Through this journey, Dato Sri shared not just knowledge, but wisdom, reminding us that true leadership lies in continuous learning, sharing, and service to others. His dedication to nurturing minds, empowering future leaders, and advancing Malaysia's vision of excellence stand as a testament to what it meant to lead with the purpose and the heart. And now, it is my honor to invite to the stage our distinguished academician, visionary leader, and proud Harvard alumnus, Yang berbahagia Dato Seri IR Dr. Zaini Ujang. The floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good evening to all of you. First of all, on behalf of the club, I would like to welcome everyone to our global network night. This is live throughout more than 120 HBS alumni clubs in the world. So today I'm going to share with you something I think very interesting for me to share with you on 100-day World Lecture Tour started April 16 to July 26. Can we have this? Okay. So I took with me only 2 bags to travel for 100 days, only 4 pairs of clothing. I have to wash my clothes every night, prepare for tomorrow. And when I arrived at Doha Airport, this is one of the best airports in the world, I was received by officials from University of Qatar. And then I came back next, please. On July 26th, received by officials from EMGS, EMGS Education Malaysia Global Services. Next. So throughout the journey, I received a lot of requests from friends in Malaysia for me to share with them the outcome of the journey. I visited 40 universities and institutions, and you can follow me through hashtag 100-day World Lecture Tour through Facebook and YouTube as well as Instagram. And one of my colleagues strongly advised me, you should share with Malaysians as well. So I said, okay, make sure that you come to the events that organizations such as HBS Alumni Club will organize. So Alhamdulillah, this is my 38th sharing with you after I came back. Yeah, this afternoon I had another one in UITM with the senior management team. Next, please. So 6 months before I completed my term with Ministry of Higher Education, after 37 years with government, I emailed to my colleagues from 15 countries: Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Germany, Switzerland, France, Belgium, Netherlands, UK, US, Japan, and South Korea, stating that I'm traveling, and these are dates of my possible visit to your place. If you are free, please make yourself available. We can have coffee, chatting, and if you have time, I can deliver lectures to your colleagues. And I give 5 topics for them to choose from. This is not exhaustive. When I was in Tokyo, I was invited by Hitachi Corporation to speak on water monitoring program in Malaysia. When I was in Busan, Korea, I was asked to speak on ESG for steel industry, that kind of thing. Yeah, so this is very good interaction. Next, please. And I received about 26 possible lectures to be given prior to my journey, but throughout I managed to get 43. But for the purpose of branding, I've chosen only 40 lectures. Yeah, otherwise 100 days, 43 lectures. It doesn't look good. So it became 40 lectures. So this is my trip waiting for a train from Stockholm to go to Oslo. Next. Next. The first 20 days, I traveled with my wife from Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. And then I was alone throughout for 80 days and visiting 15 countries and giving 40 lectures. So the purpose of the visit is very simple, to meet my friend. When I completed my study about 30 years ago, I managed to engage many people in my work. My supervisor, say for example, Warren Prescott, he is now 92 years of age. If I'm not able to travel to meet him now, probably I will not be able to see him forever. Yeah, so I met my colleagues from Sweden, Gustav Olsson at Gothenburg, and few colleagues around the globe. So they are much earlier than me in academia. So it's a very good time to see them. And if possible, to meet new friends and deliver lectures if possible. Yeah? So next. So this is Westward tour and visiting 15 countries I'm very familiar with. So there is no intention to visit exotic places, to climb Eiffel Tower or something like that. So I've done that many years ago. Next. Okay, after the 76 years in civil service, next. So there is a ticket called Round the World ticket. That's very cheap if you buy. That's what I've done. For economy class, it costs you only about 4,000 USD to travel. And for business class, not more than 40,000 ringgit Malaysia. Yeah. So with 4 conditions. One, you have to choose which alliance you want to travel with. So I've chosen One World, which is Malaysian Airlines, Qatar Airways, British Airways, Japan Airlines, and then come back with Malaysian Airlines. Yeah, you can choose also Star Alliance. Number 2, you must travel within 1 year. Number 3, you can reverse. You must follow through. If you go westwards, you cannot reverse. And the 4th, you have to cross both oceans, Atlantic and Pacific. So that qualify you to get around the world ticket. Say for example, you have an assignment in New York, say for example. So the round the world ticket should be from KL to Doha or London, and then to New York, and then from New York you go to Vancouver. From Vancouver you go to Tokyo, and Tokyo back to Kuala Lumpur. So that's one around the world ticket. And this is, I've checked, it is 50% cheaper than normal business ticket. So that's very lucrative. So whenever you have assignment in the US in particular, or in Canada, you can make around the world journey. Next. So I was badly contaminated by my reading habits. One of them is 80 Days World Tour. So it is a novel written in 1872 by a French novelist, translated into English many times. It's only 40 ringgit on Shopee. You can also find a lot of documentary, 80 days. Yeah. So initially the 40 lectures was chosen because of 80 days. So every alternate day, I have one lecture. So then my wife told me, you will be very, very hectic with that scheduling. So, and I decided to go beyond 180 days. Next. But normally, this is what people have done, 1 year. Next. This is another memoir, also 1 year. This is the latest memoir, I think 2018. So what memoir I'm going to write now, I'm writing now, 100 days around the globe. Yeah. So there is no such book in the market at the moment, 100 days. So this is indication. I told my wife, you cannot do it within 80 days, I want to do it within 1 year. So my wife said, no. There will be no visa for you to go out from the country more than 100 days. So we decided 100 days. Next. Simon Armitage is very famous in the UK. He was professor at Oxford University in poetry, and he migrated to Leeds University. So every summer, he will, similar to Tan Sri Johan just came back from Annapurna base camp, traveling. So this guy, he also does hiking almost every year during summer. It's very special because he will make himself available to recite poetry, to be with you to talk about poetry wherever during his journey. So next, he wrote 2 books, walking away from his house in Yorkshire and then walking home. Whoever can host him for that night, he will entertain you with poetry for that night. So I have in mind, if I can do that, I can save a lot of money. Yeah. Next. So this is Ibn Battuta. It's another book that I think all of us should read. Rehlah is a very huge book. I think it's about 5 volumes, but there is a smaller summary of it. This is about a journey started in 1325, initially to go to perform Hajj, taking only 16 months. Unfortunately, he met someone in Alexandria or Iskandaria in Egypt. And this guy said that, why don't you travel to India, meet my brother Fakhruddin, and then meet my brother Burhanuddin in China, and send my salam to him. Because of that, he spent 29 years traveling around. And this is the routes. Yep, initially by land and then by sea, crossing Strait of Malacca as well. Next. So for Muslim in particular, there is a strong words for us to move around. وَالَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمُ الْأَرْضَ ذَلُولًا فَامْشُوا فِي مَنَاكِبِهَا وَكُلُوا مِنْ رِزْقِهِ وَإِلَيْهِ النُّشُورُ, and move about in each region and eat from his provision. And in Quran, we have, next, 9 such verses asking Muslim to travel. Yeah, verse to allow you to get married for, it's only 1 with conditions. But these 9 verses asking you to travel. Yeah, so this is what I learned from Tan Johan as well. Next. So this is my journey. Next. Doha, Jeddah, then to Istanbul. Next. And my wife left, came back from Istanbul. I continued my journey to London, and I found that it's difficult to find ticket within One World Alliance from Istanbul to go to Norway. So there was no such ticket. So I have to go to London next. And then I detour from London to Gothenburg, to Lund, to Stockholm, Oslo, then came back to Copenhagen, Potsdam. Potsdam is a very famous place, the place where I was hiding for three nights. I was Albert Einstein Science Park. This is where Albert Einstein waited for his journey to depart from Germany at that time, many years ago. And then from Potsdam, I went to ETH, Zurich, which is top 10 university in the world, to Strasbourg, Paris, Brussels, Den Haag, Delft, and then came back to London, and then I went north up to Newcastle and Edinburgh, came back. And then next, from London, I went to Boston, Tokyo, for 10 days Tokyo, 5 days in Busan, and came back. Yeah? So this is roughly the journey around the world. Yeah. Next. So people ask me why you only interested on Boston. This is very important reason. Because Boston, for me and my colleagues in academia, is the center of gravity in higher education. You can see that out of many, many Nobel Prize, next please, winner, Boston area consists of 2 major universities, Harvard and MIT. They produced 251 Nobel Prize winners. Yeah, not even a single person from Malaysia. Assuming half of them died, assuming half of them left the place, you still have about 60 people, 60 to 70 people in the region, small region, smaller than Malacca, and the population is only about 500,000. Yeah, so possibility for you to meet Nobel Prize winners are so easy. The tip is this, you don't make appointment with them. You find in places where they normally spend time with, in cafe, in library, and whatnot. So you must indicate that you are looking for something and then make it a bit noisy, stating that you are very frustrated with the statement in the book, and then, oh, this is stupid statement, something like that. I don't believe it. And then someone looking at you from the back, and then you start conversation, and you ask the shopkeeper, and he said that, he was the Nobel Prize winner last year in physics or whatever. Yeah, so it's very interesting. I stayed in that mark area. Next, please. And this area is separated by a river called Charles River. So you can swim there at the moment. So it's very interesting. The other side is MIT and partly Harvard School, Harvard University, and this part is mainly Harvard Business School and Harvard Medical School. Yeah, and then you also on this side, Boston University. So because we are talking about this club. So next, the biggest innovation for riverine ecosystem here is to allow people to swim. This river was very polluted. And next please. Every year, they will assign a week or 2 that you can freely swim in the area. And it's a very safe area. So the innovation then was next, to improve water quality, allowing you to swim in this area. So that's the message of the innovation. Unlike innovation in Malaysia, we want to develop something that can change the world. Something like too big, and sometimes it's difficult for people to appreciate because it is too difficult to imagine. Next, not only in Charles River, in Seine River, in Paris also, starting from this year, after many, many years, you can swim in the river. Yeah, so swimming in such river in the city becoming now a trend for innovation for riverine ecosystem. So last 3 or 4 weeks, we organized a forum entitled Bila Kita Boleh Mandi Sungai Klang? When can we swim in Sungai Klang? Yeah, and then people starting to think about it. Dato Irmu, you have to think about it because if people can swim in Sungai Klang, you will be in big tourism industry, bigger than what you have now. Because after swimming, you can have dinner here. Next. So I just want to reiterate the importance of these prizes. And countries in the world, say for example, Israel, Hungary, Poland, they have huge number of people in this league. And the emphasis for them in science is only mathematics. Yeah? People in Hungary, Poland, Austria, Russia, they are very good in mathematics. For them, mathematics is a language of science, so that almost everyone's trying to to learn from. Next. So there are two museums, one in Stockholm. It is called Nobel Prize Museums, and the other one in Oslo, Peace Nobel Prize Museum in Oslo. So I was able to visit both of them on the 18th here and on the 19th in Oslo. Next. So this is the a summary of my journey. I slept on 35 beds. Yeah, I managed to get 45 free boarding and free meals almost every day, 2 or 3 times. So it's easy. It's mentioned in the Quran. Don't worry about your food and whatnot. It will be provided. Yeah, I can feel it. I went to Mama, Indian restaurant. Yeah. When I was in Zurich, I went to an Indian restaurant for Tosi Masala. And it cost me 24.6 Swiss franc, which is about 130 ringgit a piece. When I came back in the morning of July 26, I asked my wife, why don't we have Mama restaurant? I want to have decent and cheap it's not roti canai, Tose. That cost me only 8 ringgit and 60 cents each. Yeah, I took 2 that morning. So this is what we have done. I visited more than 100 friends, and then ideas of 5 books, and writing poetries and whatnot. And more than 20,000 steps every day, which is about 15 kilometers walking around. So I still remember when I was in Paris, the first day I arrived, I had my lecture at UNESCO, and the following morning I walked about 20 kilometers, crossing from south to north of France and come back. Yeah, which is very interesting. It's very smelly as well. Next, please. Because of the emission from my trip, I offset by planting, it's not completed yet, 700 trees. So this is the principle of sustainability. Whenever you are not able to mitigate emissions, you offset. Yeah, next. Okay, next. So I travel with a very important message to my colleagues around the world. Malaysia is not a small player in higher education. If you look into next, the top 200 universities in the world, if you want to believe in world university ranking, because some people, they say, this is rubbish, this is fake. Malaysia is sandwiched between next, France and Switzerland. We have 5 universities in the top rank of top 200 universities in the world. Of course, in Malaya is ranked 58. Other universities, UKM, UPM, USM, UTM, they are top 150 universities in the world. And this is the main discussion I had with my colleagues among the leading team in many, many universities I visited. Yeah, I managed to get free dinner, free lunches because they want me to tell the stories about it. And it was very important because I was Secretary General in charge of higher education twice. First, when we developed our first Malaysia Higher Education Master Plan, 2015-2025, I was Secretary General as well as Chairman of the Technical Committee of that blueprint. And before I left recently, there was another blueprint for 2035. So we shared that information. What is important here, in the future higher education, we will see the profile of the students are going to change very significantly. The biggest one will be the students are no longer majority among people aged below 25. At the moment, for information, in many Malaysian universities, adults more than 25 years of age are about 50% of the total population in universities at the moment. Yeah, the more mature the university, the more adult students coming to university to study. Say, for example, Dato Irmu, continuing studying. He is 26 years old. How old are you? Sure, you are in the category of that. And overall in the world now, especially in leading universities in the world, 75% of the students are above 25 years of age. Unlike 30 years ago, 75% of the students are below 25 years of age. It means that the quality of higher education must meet the requirement of you guys here. And not only that, these people are willing to pay. They can pay handsome tuition fees in order to sustain university, to pay expensive professors and whatnot. So this is one of them. Next. So we travel with Malaysian passport, and we should be very grateful because we are well received in many countries in the world. You can see that Japan is top 194 countries without visa for 3 months. Malaysia is ranked number 12, 183 countries. But countries rich, such as Qatar, 108 countries. Yeah? Indonesia, 78 countries. Thailand, 83. Saudi Arabia, only 90 countries that can travel to without visa for 30 days. So this is very big indication that Malaysians are well received anyway. Next, please. When I travel to countries like Japan, Korea, Scandinavians, they are big in Netherlands. They are big in shipping industry. I didn't realize this. This is the data that I've collected after meeting them, and they keep on asking me, why Malaysia is so good in shipping business? Why Malaysia is so good? I can understand that when I was Vice Chancellor of UTM, we have aeronautical engineering and naval architecture engineering. It's very difficult, very competitive for you to be enrolled in these programs. And I realized a lot of our graduates from Malaysian universities, in particular, only 2 universities offering this degree, they are working with big corporations such as MERS and the rest, and some of them based in Netherlands or in countries like Denmark and South Korea. You can see that Malaysia is better than Japan, much better than Netherlands, and much better than UK. We are just slightly lower than United States. So these are materials that given to me. I don't know about this fact. Yeah? So when you travel as a Malaysian and giving lectures, so people would like to see what is your reputation, what makes you so important to be invited. And I was speaking not in So University, I was speaking at Imperial College, MIT, Tokyo University. These are big names in higher education, and people are willing to listen. And I was very unfortunate because during that time, summer holiday, no student in campus. The only people that willing to listen to me then available in campus were professors and postdoctoral. Yeah, not even postgraduate students, they are not in campus. So this is very interesting. Of course, not many, normally between 10 to 20 people in very active and interesting discussion. Next. Next. So throughout the journey, I made a lot of observations. This is what I learned. There was a reading list that given to me. Before you travel, you have to know what you want to observe. So it will be more meaningful rather than just going around and then meeting people. So the first to be observed is the value of friendships. Second, theory of change. I'm thinking why countries like Qatar, small country, they are very influential in the world. People want to do about the future of war or not, go to Qatar. Yeah, it's very interesting. Next. Total factor productivity. Why less number of hours you work, more productive you are, your countries become richer and more influential. Yeah. Next. Reading culture. Next. Academia. Next. Can we go faster? And niche area. So these are 8 items that I observe, and this is what I'm sharing with you and then with many people within 38 lectures I've given, or sharing I've given. Next. So the big thing, when we make observation, we don't want to have a thorough study. We don't want to come up with research paper and whatnot. So what I've done is to prepare some framework so that you will be able to make observation as tourists, not as researcher, not as scholars, just tourists. You have only 3 days. What can you do? What can you observe so you can say that this country is more interesting than that country? Yeah. Next. So this is my observation. Why salmon is very important in Norway. Norway is located in a place where dissolved oxygen in water in Norway is almost saturated at 15 milligram per liter, which is the highest in terms of concentration of oxygen, dissolved oxygen in water. Compared to countries like Malaysia in Equator, our concentration of oxygen is around 8 milligram per liter, half of dissolved oxygen in that area. They have more than salmon, cod, mackerel, whatever, but they only promote salmon, yeah? And salmon is cultured within their community. They said, you are happy like salmon. So please describe Tan Sri Johan. Oh, he's like salmon. I mean, you are so perfect, you are so good, you are so expensive, and whatnot, yeah? Valuable. Next. Lego, which country? Denmark. What is this about? It is about toys, playing, yeah? And this is the biggest in terms of value of branding of products from Denmark. They're bigger than next. Maersk, they are also having the biggest shipping company in the world, which is Maersk, that owns 35% Tanjung Pelepas in Johor. But the contribution of Lego is bigger, yeah? So if you want to do innovation, you don't have to be so sophisticated, big, expensive. You're just playing with toys. You can make money with toys. Make sure that your toys are so good, innovative, and used in many sectors. Next. IKEA, I don't want to talk about it. Next. I had milk from my mother and Dutch lady. Yeah. So this is very important. So why Dutch lady is so important? Next, please. Next. We have MIT. Next. Harvard Business School. This is what we are here for today. We cannot see them. You can see from this end. And we have new rival. New rival is called Imperial Business School. Next. So the previous name was Imperial College London, but now they rebrand, became Imperial. Next. So for the business school is IBS. It's no longer Imperial College London Business School. So just Imperial Business School, IBS, yeah? Next, please. So why Al Jazeera, from a small state, consists of only 313,000 citizens, can be so influential? They are better than Bernama, they are better than CNA, yeah? And we believe in them more than CNN and BBC now. Next, why Qatar Airways is the best in the world? Next. So because of that, I try to rethink why these people are so special. So let's go to Norway first. When you travel to Norway, your Google Maps has no north. It's only south. You're looking at people like that. This is example. I mean, I was in Oslo. I opened my Google map. I had no north. You can see only south. So they are looking at us southward. So there is an English version called True North. There is no True South. South is always diverse, south is always difficult, south is always haywire, and messy. But north is only one, true north. Next. This is behind my hotel in Oslo. We had 2 air terjun in Oslo city. And next, and they have also salmon. You cannot catch the salmon. It is protected, and it's very interesting. There are many species of salmon. Next. So in Norway, there is a salmon post. It's not Washington Post, salmon post. And they eat a lot of salmon as well as drinking coffees. So they are the heaviest coffee drinkers in the world. Yeah. Next, please. Huh? Oh, they are coffee nation. Yeah. So whatever they do, innovation, the objective is happiness. So they say, why you develop this? Say for example, IKEA. Oh, happiness. Why you develop? They are the same Viking stock. Yeah. The answer is similar, and you want to be a happy salmon. Say for example, Zaini, he is like the salmon. I mean, Zaini is so cheerful. Next. Next. So this is something important. They have what we call paternity and maternity leave. You are entitled to 18 months because your social security per capita equivalent, we in Malaysia only pay 2.25%. They pay 28% of their salary. No joke, no play. 28%. And one of them is to pay for your paternity leave, maternity leave. If you take 18 months, minimum 3 months paternity. Father must go around with those strollers to look after your children, like that. So this is poor paternity leave father. And after a certain age, there will be school, and this is free. The kindergarten are free, yeah, through their social security. Next, please. So next, so this is example, the biggest in terms of valuable Danish brands, mainly Lego, bigger than shipping. So this is example how small country can go big. Carlsberg, they are the biggest beer producer in the world, but Carlsberg is number 10 out of the total brands from this country. Next. So okay, this is my last thing that I want to discuss, a country or people that we always forget, which is Netherlands. Before or after World War II, they were the shortest people in Europe. But after World War II, and this generation that we are having now, they are the tallest people in the world. Yeah, within 2 generations. How they do it? Number one is living standard enable them to have good nutrition, good healthcare, good lifestyle, and of course genetics. So they are also good in sports. Next. Next. So this is my photo cycling for Idul Adha prayer on June 7th in Den Haag. Ambassador Dato Rosli Abdul took this photo. I just want to show you the streets they have. You just imagine for vehicles, car, you have one half, and then for cycling you have another one half. On the side you have also for pedestrian. So they look after and give a lot of emphasis for you to walk and for you to cycle. Yeah. Next, please. Where is Malaysia? Next. Malaysia is tekan 2 kali. Tekan 2 kali. Depan. Forward. 2 kali. Next. Malaysia is 165 plus 153. So we are slightly above India. We are there. So we are a shorter nation. Next. Look at the fattest and the fittest. The fattest are now Kuwait and Qatar, yeah, and Saudi Arabia number 4. The fittest are Japan and Korea, and France. Why France? different story. I don't want to talk it here about it here because it takes longer time. Next. This is Malaysia. Yeah. We are the fattest in Southeast Asia. We are not the tallest, but we are the fattest. Yeah. Okay. Next. Oh yeah, it's not obesity, kegemukan. When we travel, you can see that this area is dedicated for cycling, yeah, and this is in the Hak, then Hak next. You can see that the river next. Tekan sekali lagi. You see, there are two layers of river in the in Netherlands. So the upper one and the lower river. Whenever we have extra water, excess water due to rainfall and whatnot, they can switch the water to. I can show you how they switch. Next. 2/3 are vulnerable to flooding. Next. So you can see that this place, they have all the instruments. They have water level, water quality, and whatnot, and they can control the water level in that particular vicinity. And assuming that area is exceeding certain level, you cannot find it anywhere in the systems. So the local community can open the gates here and there. So this is what they do to ensure that there is no flooding in the country. So they had very severe flood in 1954 that kills more than 5,000 people. And they really spent billions or probably trillions to make sure that their country are able to cope with water. And their water are eutrophic water. It means that they allow nitrogen and phosphorus substances to enter the river. And at the end of the day, from above, you can see that the river is green in color, not blue in color, green in color. It indicates high concentration of phosphorus and nitrogen, which is very, very high in terms of fertilizing components. So whenever they want to have water already with fertilizing components, they can use directly. But that's not good if the water is not flowing, yeah? So this is not. Next. So this is Netherlands. They are, next, the third largest exporting countries for agricultural products in the world. The third largest. How big is the country? How big is the country? How big? It's the size of Pahang. But they are the third largest in the world. They are slightly lower than Brazil, bigger than Germany, bigger than China, bigger than France, bigger than Canada in terms of value of export of agricultural products. So what are they producing? They are producing all expensive, high-value products. Next. Say, for example, sweet peppers, tomatoes, horticulture, and whatnot. Next. So comparing US as 100% of land area, Brazil is 95% against US. Malaysia is 3.6%, but Netherlands is only 0.4%. Not even 1%, and yet they are very big in agricultural. So this is important for us if you want to do something, not necessarily big in size, but big in value. Yeah, next. They are not only big in size, but they are very powerful as well in sports. So for example, with 18 million population, they won 15 goals recently in Olympic Games. Yeah, bigger countries such as Germany in terms of size, in terms of population, only won about 12 goals. So you have to drink Dutch lady, you have to cycle, you have to walk, you have to make your future generation taller, and then we can win some goals in the Olympic. Next, in higher education, Malaysia is here, Netherlands, 8 universities. Yeah, so they are superpower in higher education as well. Next. Next, so this is my friend, my closest friend in Delft. 67 years of age. We had 3 PhD students co-supervised with him. So I benefited a lot from my collaboration with people from Netherlands. He is chief editor, the renowned journal Water Research, and he's also Dato in Netherlands. Yeah, Order of the Netherlands Lion. Next. I just want to. This is simple innovation. Next. Habiskan. It's my lecture at MIT. So I made this observation on innovation culture. Next. So I observe innovation from the way they solve traffic congestion, traffic management, because traffics are the main issue in any city in the world, yeah, big city. So I found that Tokyo has one of the best innovation in traffic control, London, but not Boston, despite they have a lot of Nobel Prize winner. For them, traffic is, this is, let engineers think about it. This is nothing science. It's not interesting. We want to think about super molecules, mathematical framework, blah, 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 but not practical thing. Yeah, practical, let Zaini and the team solve. Public transport, again, Boston is not good. Average working hours, this is crazy. In Netherlands, they work only 32 hours a week. 32 hours a week means that they only work 4 days a week. So when I travel to Delft, my friend said, Zaini, today is Monday. My office closed. But because of you, I come. Yeah, so they work. Sila Datuk Salim is my deputy of the club. Yeah, CEO of KLCC, the most important and busiest person in Malaysia, hosting Trump and the rest. So what did I say? Average working hours. So they work very little time. So it's difficult for you to observe them. And Japan is changing now. In Asia Pacific, Japan has less than 2,000 hours a year now. They spend less time. When I was in Japan recently, my friend told me since early this year in Japan, there is a ruling that at 6 o'clock, the company management must switch off the light and the aircon to ask people to leave. You will not be able to be in office after 6. In the past, they said that you have to work within stipulated time of 45 hours or something, and still people overstay until 8, 9 o'clock, and because of that, they have divorce rate very high. They are still virgins at the age of 50, blah, blah, blah. So for them, it's a big thing, and they are not able to reproduce. So at the end of the day now, they make very bold measures. 1, you must leave before 6 from your office. Second, if you are not married, you will be charged. You will be taxed for not married, for being bachelor. If you are married, no children, you will be taxed because no children tax, no child tax. So they want to make sure that they grow in population. At the moment, it's declining population very badly. They have 9,000 empty houses because of parents died. No one to reclaim the house. In countries like Japan, UK, America, if you want to give the property to your kids, it involves 50% inheritance tax. So when you die, your kids say, oh, I don't have money to pay the government. So at the end of the day, they put it in market, and they can be sold at the price of 500 USD for an apartment of 3 or 4 bedrooms in Japan now. They have 9 million empty houses to be sold at the moment. So in order to solve that problem, stop working at 6, go, what's time now? Oh, it's 7 o'clock, we should go home now. Yeah, reading in cafes and whatnot. So these are the way I observe and evaluate innovation culture. Boleh pergi satu, laju tak? Pergi tengok tempat. Satu lagi. Next. Tengok another way of lain. Need that. Sorry. Balik tadi. Okay. In Qatar, they are very bold because they are the fattest in the world at the moment. So they want to make sure that they are fittest in the world. They want to become like Japan. So what they do, number 1, exemplary. Their leaders are all tall and handsome and slim. The Emir of Kuwait is the tallest leader in the world now, 6'3". Yeah, can deal with Trump very easily, can deal with Putin very easily, and he is the second daughter from the second mother. Typically, in any royalties, the first son from the first mother. Yeah, this is the second son from the second mother. Not only that, they make sure that everyone must comply to be fittest. Say, for example, if you are more than 30 BMI, yeah, there is a special program for you. If you're not able to reduce, they will send you to clinics, and you get medical leave for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year to make sure that you are smaller and fitter. Yeah, this is big thing. Yeah, in Kuwait now. So when I met my friend Professor Mariam Al-Ali Al-Madid, we were waiting for another professor, Professor Asma from education faculty, and she was late for about 10 minutes. And she made a lot of excuses. One of them, I was in gym this morning. I was a bit late because I have to take shower, blah, blah, blah. And then she said that we are going for Boston Marathon in September. You just imagine, Arab lady, professors, pakai hijab, pakai pakaian hitam semua, they are going to take part in Boston Marathon. Boston Marathon is, you require qualifying marathons. You cannot go straight to Boston Marathon. You must take London Marathon or Kuala Lumpur Marathon, whatever. It's 42 kilometers. Yeah. So this is people and normal conversation in Qatar at the moment. Next, last, tengok yang slide tadi. Go. For Muslim, you have to walk a lot. Next, to perform Hajj, saya tak suka orang control. Next. Habiskan. Di Japan, Japan orang kita tak makan nasi, ramai tak makan nasi. Orang Japan makan nasi 3 kali sehari. Yeah, and they are still the longest people in the world. 95,000 are still not able to die at the age of 100. And they eat 3 times rice. Morning, this is morning rice. And then they have lunch and dinner. Yeah, what is important for them is your lifestyle, your activity in life. Recently, Tan Sri Johan, you were 72, but this man, 102, climbed Fujiyama. Recently, yeah, this is the record now. So we have to wait another 30 years to climb. Next. Okay, this is healthy lifestyle. So the way I observe healthy lifestyle is to look at the people on the street. Say, for example, fat people on the street in Tokyo, you cannot find a single person, and Busan as well. And running on the streets, public sport facilities, dedicated cycling line, health conscious. Say, for example, if you talk to people from Korea, they are talking about health. And they give you prizes or gifts. They give you prizes or gifts related to health. Say, for example, give you vitamin C. So they don't give you pewter and you don't know where to put. Yeah, if you go, yeah, this is typical. Recently, when I was there, they gave me vitamin C. They give me ginseng, and the rest. If you go to Malaysia, they give you pewter and keropok lekor. Okay, that's all. Thank you for your participation today. On behalf of the club, I would like to say thank you for your time with us. And our club is a very active club. We have trustee, Tan Sri Johan and Dato, you are in the trustee kan? And 3 of us. We are very active, not only this kind of events, but also we organize training programs. In the near future, we will get 1 or 2 professors from Harvard Business School that we have asked for in summer next year for a training of 1 week or something that enable you to get our associate memberships title with the clubs. That's all. I just want to introduce Dato Salim is my deputy. Siapa lagi? Dato Salim, KLCC, Datin Hatini, Exco member. Who else? Tak ada, dah lari semua. Okay, Azizan treasurer. Siapa lagi? Ada, so they are busy outside. Yeah.
Dato Seri, we open for question and answer.
Okay, 1 or 2 questions, please.
Yeah. The
yeah.
floor is yours.
Tan
Tan
Sri.
Sri?
Yes, Tan Sri.
Thank you, Dato Seri, for the most illuminating presentation. One of my favorite authors, playwright, Shakespeare, used to say, travelers did not lie, but fools at home condemn them. So we trust you because you are a traveler. And we talk about unpathed water and undreamed shores. But of course, places that you went to, most trodden places. My question to you is this. You have been traveling for the last, 100 days. Yeah? You have seen real humanity, basically. It's not just about rivers, it's not just about clean water, innovation, what the Norwegian have done, what people in Copenhagen have done. That is not important. But my question to you is, where do you go from here? You want to be the messiah of environmental change? What is that your aim? To bring the real thing. People talk about environment issues pertaining to, the very fact that we are not able to swim or to bath at Sungai Kelang. That in itself is an issue. But basically, what is the future of environment vis-a-vis your travel, the 40 poems you have written, and the many books that you'll be writing? So, from the humanity side, now, where do we go from here? Thank you.
Thank you, Tan Sri. This is very important. Some of us thought that we are not able to do many things because we are small. We are just normal citizens. And what I've shown in my life, we need only probably 5% of the population to move the rest for change. Theory of change, say for example, in Netherlands, say for example, they don't rely on the government. The day I arrived, the government collapsed. You just imagine. And collapsed after 12 months of government alliance of many parties, small parties. And they worked for 18 months to get the alliance formed. The day I left Tokyo, LDP lost majority in parliament. So I found that people who are talking about change, they don't rely on which government. They rely on the prime mover in the society. So this is what we are trying to do. Understand what is important and focus what we want to work on. Say for example, in Norway, they just work on salmon, but at the same time they are also selling other fish. But salmon is their trademark. So in Malaysia, we have to find 2 or 3 things big. And then that is our template for the future. Yeah? Kalau we want to do everything, it's almost impossible. This is very important. When you talk to Qataris, they said if we can be the best airlines in the world, the best airport in the world, the best airline TV networks in the world, we can do almost everything. So we need another 10 people to think about it and then to hire others to work in the industry. So this is what they are doing. And in academia, say for example, Qatar University was nowhere in the region, but now they are 102, better than UKM. We send people out to teach them how to be a good university 15 years ago when I was in UTM. But now they are better than UTM. Yeah, so within a short period of time, they change. And they need only about 10 people to move the university. The rest are all people they hired. So this is what we do, and then I believe that, therefore I keep on talking about small things. I talk about fish, I talk about Lego, I talk about small country. I'm not talking about big population. With 300,000 people, they can shape the world. Whenever you have issues in Middle East, in Muslim countries, you don't go to Riyadh, you go to Kuala Lumpur, you go to Doha. 2 days ago, the leader of Afghanistan and Pakistan came back from Doha stating that we resolve our issues in Doha. Why Doha? Because they play that role for others to benefit from. Yeah. So this is what I think. From here, we will have strong justification that small number of people can change, and we select the area. Therefore, I'm not talking about big thing. I just want Sungai Kelang to be swimmable. That's it. Yeah. I'm not talking about rainforest to be replanted. Too expensive and too difficult. Dato Irmu can help me because Sungai Kelang is next to you.
Any more question? Do you have any more question? One more?
Yes, please.
Silakan.
Okay, kalau tak ada, mine is not a question, but more a request.
Yeah, please. Sila Dato.
Well, of course, when you travel, you broaden your mind. You know, your horizon also get itu, yeah. So, I'm really taken up with all the statistics, with all the information that you have itu, and I can see that you have been a very observant traveler, yeah, very observant traveler. So, if I can request that if I can get from
The slides.
HBS punya staff, that Rose ke somebody, the slides,
I will
you know,
share, I will
because
share. Yeah.
because the statistics that shown very interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Some of the statistics generated by me, so sebagai contohnya perbezaan negara, keluasan negara tu, I made that.
Yes,
statistic,
yes.
yeah.
So it really opened my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
It's okay. Ilmu ada. Dato Seri Ermu.
My name is Mohiza Ibrahim. I'm the Group Managing Director of World Trade Center Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much. Dato Seri Zaini, I have two questions. The first, in terms of your 100 days world lecture tour, how you plan your traveling? I mean, because we love to travel, but how you plan your traveling to achieve your mission and vision for your 100 days? That's one. Second, in terms of the promoting talents, because now we're talking about talent pools. Everywhere that we go, talent pools, the young generations. From your observation, which country is the best country for us to learn about promoting young talent pools? Thank you very much.
Thank you. When I travel, I was already a retired person, so I have no official support. But I was very lucky. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dato Seri Muhammad Hassan, asked me to alert him whenever I enter or going to enter one country. So at least dia kata kalau apa-apa berlaku, we know where you are, which country you are in. Same time. Jadi some of the logistic support at that particular country, say for example in Netherlands, I was with the ambassador. I was there for 5 nights, 3 nights with the ambassador. Yeah. But the whole journey, contacting people that I'm going to speak to and giving lectures is all done by myself. Yeah, so it's very difficult for you to rely on someone else. And I had 2 telephones. Satu telephone I will surrender to immigration in the United States if they were asked for. That is Maxis, and this is Celcom. And this is all with facilities that I paid for, so that I can get free access to internet and whatnot. 24 hours, 2 telephones. Easy for me to make contacts. So I'm contactable throughout. And that's number one. Number two, you ask about which country, which is good. Depends. If you are trying to hire others, Qatar is the best. Yeah, Qatar is 313,000 people. They hire about 5 million people in the country. And you just imagine in Qatar Energy, half the employees are Malaysian. Qatar Gas, half of them are Malaysian. Their universities, almost 90% are foreigners. Probably about 5%, 10% Malaysians. So they rely so much on Malaysian talents. So this is a competition. We cannot stop people from traveling abroad. And so we have to give better salary, better offering to them to develop themselves. The second, which is very important as well for you to look at, countries like Netherlands, they are very open as well. So you cannot find the same people in the laboratory of Professor Vance Loensrecht. I think 90% of his students, PhD students, postdoc are foreigners. Only 10% locals. This is in the context of Netherlands. Yeah. So we have to be open for new talents, regardless where they are coming from. And the second point, which is very important, our remuneration must be lucrative as well. So this is what we should do, and this is what government of Malaysia is trying to do as well. Yeah. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah, thank you very much Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri. Your reflections this evening remind us that leadership is not just about achievement, Datuk Seri, but about continuous learning, humility, and also courage to uplift others. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we can all agree that tonight's address has not only enlightened us, but also reignite that Harvard spirit within us to keep striving for impact and purpose in everything we do. Alhamdulillah. And a heartfelt thank to Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri and all the organizing committee of Harvard Business School Malaysia for making this event possible. Thank you everyone. You can continue networking, having coffee and tea, while for Surau, there's one at third floor. You would like to continue after this, and thank you very much on behalf of the ESCO member for giving us the time, your valuable time for tonight. Thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.